what does quality of life mean to you? What does good or enhanced quality of life look like to you? Sometimes, for adults living with neuromuscular disease, our own perception of quality of life after adding a new assistive device becomes a barrier to us, a barrier to receiving or accepting that additional assistive device. We see this commonly in adults living with neuromuscular disease that are having symptoms that suggest they could benefit from an assistive device to help with their coughing and secretion clearance, or even a device to help them breathe deeper during sleep, such as a bilevel ventilator or BiPAP. Oftentimes, others' perceptions of how quality of life could be impacted by such a device gets kind of shared off onto us, and it shifts our own opinion. But often what we're seeing with adults who live with neuromuscular disease who have used these respiratory devices like the cough assist and non-invasive ventilation or invasive ventilation for breathing during sleep is that once they adapt and get used to these devices, they find that the perceived quality of life that they thought about prior to use of those devices and their actual quality of life is vastly different. Instead, it's enhanced very positively. Most of those adults who have used these devices long term, who are members of our Breathe with MD support group, will tell you overwhelmingly that their quality of life was not negatively impacted. It was positively impacted. It was enhanced, better. They had more energy. They had better concentration, more stamina to be able to work, to participate in things that they enjoy most in life. And in fact, oftentimes they wish that they had started using these respiratory devices much earlier than they did. And it was because their own perception became a barrier to starting use of those devices. So I'd like to challenge you today to think a little bit differently about what quality of life means to you and how devices used for your respiratory care can enhance that quality of life.